Good morning, everyone. Hello. Happy Sunday. Today is the 28th of August. I cannot believe that August is already over. I feel like yesterday was August 1st. It's insane. First and foremost, I want to wish my dear friend Evelyn Sitman a happy birthday today. So if you see or know Evelyn, please wish her a happy birthday. And we will just give it a few seconds here for everyone to show up. We are going to be doing a giveaway. Thank you to those who played along with the mystery stamping. I saw two people share their finished projects, and so I have a giveaway for them. And hi, Miss Terry. Hi, Karen. Hello. So first off, congratulations to Terry and Eva for playing along with mystery stamping, sharing their projects. I am giving you guys a stack of 10 handmade cards by me. So there's a whole bunch of fun cards in here. I'll be mailing those to you. So congratulations to both of you. You're going to get a huge assortment of different cards from me. So thank you so much for playing along. I hope you guys enjoyed mystery stamping. It's a lot of fun for me. I really enjoy it, and so I hope you do as well. Hi. Thank you for sharing. If you share my video this week, you get entered to win a prize from me. So don't miss out. You'll definitely want to hit that share button. All right. Well, without further ado, I'm going to get started because I have Festivity Delivered after this. We're going to be doing our Christmas card club. And if you haven't heard about Festivity Delivered, it's basically a Christmas card club. It goes from July through November, and you get 8 make and takes every month. So by the end of November, you have 40 Christmas cards to give away. And each month we use a different stamp set, and that stamp set's included in the kit. So you actually end up with 5 different stamp sets as well. And if you already own the stamp sets we're using, you can always substitute for something of equal value. So I have people that do that as well. And then if you're a part of my team, Pretty Little Stampers, you get my team price, which means I have you buy the product, I prep the make and takes for you, and it's only $15. So you get to play along. And then as a team member, you get my tutorials for free, so that you don't even have to pay $15. They can just get the tutorial and make the cards that they like themselves. All righty, so let's go ahead and get started here. I'm gonna move this here so you guys can see. Good morning. Hi, Eva. Okay, so today we're going to be using the Oceanfront stamp set. I got this stamp set because I love watercolor. Learn how to talk to me. I love watercolor, and I also love the beach, everything beach. But I wanted to show you how super simple this set is to use. And then also kind of show you how you can step it up in different ways. And at the end, I'm going to show you how to combine 2 stamp sets into one cute project. So I'm going to show you those projects here, and then I'll kind of, we'll take you through. Okay. So the first one is just this very simple card. This is just ink and paper, and it's just the ocean, the sky, and the sand, and some greenery and some ribbon. That is it. This is a very simple card. It can be a thank you card. It can be a birthday card. It can be a sympathy card. It can be any kind of card that you want, and it is so simple. And then I did add, and it's really hard to see because, you know, the camera never shows it, but I added Wink Stella to the water. So you can add some sparkle, but it's not like screaming or very obvious. It's nice and subtle. So very simple, very easy using that stamp set. Okay. Then I took it up a notch and I said, okay, let's add some dies. Let's add some embossing. So we've got the texture layer in the background. We've got the die that cuts out the image here. We actually added some layers of different color. I even brought in some reflection into the water. So this is a stepped up version of that same stamp set, just using some dies and some embossing. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Super simple. And then last but not least, I created a whole scene and added the sail, Let's Set Sail stamp set to put a sailboat in there and make it a birthday card. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Okay. So those are our 3 projects today. I felt that this was appropriate because we're coming up on Labor Day weekend, which I feel like is that last kind of hurrah before fall and winter. And so like for me, it's like, oh, it's my last chance to go to the beach and enjoy some. I mean, obviously I can go to the beach at any time, but it's like the last summertime beach trip, right? So definitely was getting the beachy vibes and wanted to play with this stamp set. So the first card we're going to make is this one. Again, like I said, it's super easy. Now this one, these are clear stamps. So photopolymer stamps, right? So they're see-through. And when they are like this and they don't have that foam cushion, I like to use my piercing mat. So this is my piercing mat. That way, when I'm stamping, I have a kind of a cushion to push on. So, and it gives me a nice solid stamp. So we need our piercing mat, our cardstock base, just basic white cardstock. Just going to crease that so it stays nice and folded over. And then we have a basic white piece of cardstock and a piece of balmy blue cardstock for the background. That's it. Okay, so for stamping this, it's super, super simple. The colors I used were balmy blue for the sky, pool party for the water, and Sahara sand for the sand. Kind of in the name, isn't it? So the sky is this big kind of rectangle shaped watermark. So we'll ink that up. Okay. And we're just going to stamp that across. Now I like to do the straight edge at the top because there's like kind of a straighter edge and then there's a rougher edge. I like the rougher edge to be where it meets the water, but it doesn't, it doesn't really matter. But I just kind of feel like the rougher edge is where I want that water to meet. Now the stamp that goes kind of at an angle at the bottom, that is your water. So your water is going to be in the pool party. I know, Eva, I'm sorry. I was just talking to somebody yesterday and apparently she's the type that loves Christmas. And so she always does 4 more months till Christmas. And I was like, oh my gosh, 4 more months till Christmas. Like nobody needs that reminder. It's already coming so quick. Okay, so there's your water. So you can see you need to have the angle down at the bottom. I love the pool party and the balmy blue together. I think that's beautiful. All right, so for the sand, it's this little kind of triangle shaped here. And there's also 2 stones. So there's a set of 2 stones here and then like a larger stone. And you can see I did stamp those here just to add some texture. So I've got the large stone and the 2 smaller stones here off to the side. So I'm going to stamp all of those in Sahara sand. So let's get that on here. Okay, so there's that. And then I added stone here and these 2 stones here. Okay, so you can just kind of add some texture. And then the stamp set also includes these little speckles. And you can stamp that in Sahara sand and get some texture in the sand too if you want. Just to add even more. Okay. Now in my original, I added the grass in Pear Pizzazz, but I'm not really loving the green. So I think I'm going to go with crumb cake and I'm going to do the sand in just like a brown, not Sahara sand, but crumb cake, just to kind of pull in a different brown, just to keep those subtle tones. So I'm just going to stamp the tall grass down here and then the other smaller grass I'm going to stamp right down here. Okay, So we've got some grass, we've got some sand, and that's it. That is it. And we can take our Wink of Stella if we want at this point and drag that across the water. And then it will be, let me see if I can see it. My Wink of Stella probably needs to be replaced. Oh, there we go. Okay. So then you can add some sparkle. That is it. That's how simple this stamp set can be. You can make a whole set of these cards. And like I said, they can be a masculine birthday. They can be a sympathy. They can be a thank you. They can be a just because. They can be anything you want because, you know, who doesn't want a beautiful beach scene? And that was very simple to achieve with just a couple of ink pads and a stamp. So this alone, standalone, is great for some scenic cards. I love that. And then I love that we can make it more fun because you know me, I can't really just do, oh, I need ribbon. I can't just do a boring card, a simple card. I shouldn't say boring. I should say simple. I have to take it up a few notches. So we're going to, nothing wrong with simple, actually. I should probably go more simple on most things. Okay, so I tied my little bow down here at the bottom because I have a hard time not using ribbon. This card doesn't need ribbon, but you know me, I can't just leave it alone without some ribbon. So I'm just going to slide this where I want it and adhere that down. Okay, super simple, right? Look at that. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's take it up a notch and let's make a beach theme. I guess like for me, like a sunset, right? Like more tropical. So for this one, we're using the same exact stamps, just a different combination of ink. So let me get a baby wipe and just clean off the sky. Okay. So you'll need 3 colors for this, and you need a sponge dauber. So I have my piece of basic white, and this just needs to be big enough that I can die cut out the image. So 3 colors that I chose were Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, and Pale Papaya. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, let me turn this sideways so that I can keep everything in the picture here. So Daffodil Delight first, then we'll add some Pale Papaya and some Mango Melody. Now we got to get a sponge dauber. And I like to reuse my sponge daubers. So, okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to stamp in our lightest color. So we're just, not stamp, but we're going to ink up the ink pad in our lightest color. So we've got Daffodil Delight there. Okay. So I'm going to take my sponge dauber and I'm just going to add some Pale Papaya across the center. Okay. About halfway. It's going to be that center line. Okay. And then I'm going to take my Mango Melody and I'm going to bring it across the top or the bottom. Doesn't really matter, I guess. So that's going to be our top. That's going to be our bottom because you want your lightest color on the bottom and your darkest color on top. Okay. So then we're going to stamp this right about there. Should be good. And then we have the 3 kind of like shade, right? A tone of the colors. Okay. So there's our sky. It's a little bit lighter than my other one, but I actually kind of like it. And then we're going to do our water, which again is Pool Party. But keep your sponge dauber out. You're going to need it for this stuff. So here's our Pool Party. And what I'm going to do is take my sponge dauber and I'm going to sponge in some of that color, that orange. Okay, just taking in some of that orange. And then we're going to stamp it right below like that. So now you're bringing the color into the water. Okay. Okay, then we're going to do our Sahara sand beach just like we did in the last one. This one kind of almost looks green, huh? I love it. Okay. So now we're going to stamp our sand, Sahara sand. Okay, and let's do some. Actually, I didn't do any rocks on this one. I just kept it. I just did the speckles. So let's do that. Let's do our speckles. Okay, so we've got the speckles for the sand, we've got the green and the blue, and then we've got the sky. So then we're just going to die cut that out, and we're also going to emboss our background piece, which is going to be Pool Party. So I am using the textured embossing folder. So that's the closest one we have to current that looks like water, right? So we just kind of get that textured look. And then we're going to also die cut with the scallop contoured dies. We're going to die cut our beach scene out using this. Okay. So the first one, I do have it set up for my embossing, so I'll do that first. Bring my machine in here. So I have plate 1, plate 2, my embossing folder, and then plate 3. Nice and snug. I haven't seen Janie this morning, Eva. I don't know where she's at. I haven't seen her on. Okay, and then for the die cutting, I'm going to bring in my magnetic plate, which, like I think everybody else's, is starting to peel up from the plate, which makes me so sad because I love the magnetic plate. Okay, the most important thing when die cutting this, you want to make sure, because there's this straight edge up here, so you just want to make sure that that is straight with the die, because if it's crooked, it's going to look really weird. So just pay attention to the top and make sure that it lines up. Okay, and then you have this cute beach scene. Look at that. So fun. Okay. So we brought in some brighter colors, and then we're just going to put it together. Again, super simple, nothing too complicated. We are going to wrap some baker's twine around it. So I did use white baker's twine this time. Baker's twine is super easy, especially if you have it in the multicolored pack, because then you have all different shades of ribbon or baker's twine to use, which is awesome. I'm gonna do this tighter. Oh, come on. I got sausage fingers today. I got sausage fingers every day, but okay. So cut off the length that you want. Now I'm going to put dimensionals on this. Pop this up. Right? So this is a step up, right? We're using other dies and embossing folders and colors, and we're bringing in a sponge dauber. So this is definitely a stepped up project that you can do. Like so. Okay. And you can add oh, I forgot the grasses, didn't I? It looks pretty without the grass. So we'll leave it without the grass, and we can put a pretty sentiment there. You can really make it anything. Again, it can be birthday, it can be sympathy, it can be a thank you. It can be a thinking of you. It can be a miss you card. It can be a retirement card, you know. Maybe they're retiring and they're going to go off and live on the beach and be a beach bum. I don't know. Really, you don't really need a reason to give a beach card, right? It can just be just because. And there you go. Now you have a stepped up version. This is a softer look. This is definitely has more orange in it, and it also has the contrast of the brown green, the brown weeds. But I also like it just being soft and subtle. So there's that. Okay. For the stepped up version, this one we're going to combine 2 stamp sets, which I thought went really well together. Put the M on the message. Put them on the message. Oh yeah, you could totally do that. Add the weeds to the sentiment that you're going to put across it. The other, like, yeah, let's do that actually. I was thinking about that. Let's put, I have this piece of Sahara sand, which we can put a message across. So let's figure out what message we want. Let's see. I have a great let's see. We have this one here. We have this. This is the celebration stamp set. But I need to have the big words. You're doing amazing. I don't know. That one's kind of, where's my other one? I have this one too, which is the charming sentiments, which I really like. It can be a congratulations card. Good luck. Woohoo. Hey there. Here's that. Wishing you the happiest of birthdays, which I really, really like. We could make this a birthday card. You always need good birthday cards. Or I like this one. Everything will be okay. I love that one. Uh-oh, you guys can't hear me? Seashells will also look amazing on this card. Seashells will look great because this one you could do, you could add a palm tree, you can add seashells. As a matter of fact, do we have a current one that has seashells in it? Let me look through my stuff real quick. We still have the wave, so we could do the pelican. Let's see. It's so hard to keep track of what we have. I still haven't learned, like, what's current, what's still around, what's not. Let's see. I'm not seeing any ocean. Ocean. Oh, we do have ocean. There's that one. So let's add a seashell. Let me grab the stamp set that goes with that. Where is it at? There it is. Friends are like seashells. Friends are like seashells. We can stamp our little sand dollar. We can do a sand dollar. I like sand dollars. Let's do that. Then let's see if there's a sentiment in here that we want. Happy birthday to a beautiful friend. Oh, I love this one. Friends are like seashells. You collect them along the way. Thank you. You are unique and completely amazing. Wishing you the very best. I like the happy birthday. Let's do happy birthday. And let's do, well, should we do, okay, you guys need to tell me, should we do a seashell or should we do the sand dollar? The sand dollar is kind of big. Maybe we should do a seashell instead because we can just die cut this little guy. Let's do the seashell and the happy birthday sentiment. All right. So we'll do the seashell in, let's see, we'll do the seashell we'll stamp the sentiment in early espresso so it's dark. And what color should we stamp the seashell? So happy birthday, beautiful. Stamp that there so we have enough room to cut. And then we can do the seashell. What do you guys think? Hello, hello. Textured Chic has seashells. I don't think I have that one. Gray granite, a gray, like on a, oh, we should do it. We had to do it on white, right? Because we have a white cardstock. So I was thinking a very vanilla seashell would be cute, but let's do that. We'll do gray. We'll try it in gray granite here. See how that looks. Oh yeah, that's going to be cute. Okay, good idea. Thanks for that suggestion. All right, so let's get our little seashell die. There we go. What's going on with my starfish? Super dirty. Okay. Let's get our machine back over here. Move these out of the way. I love this. I love that we always find something to change and something to do live. Like, you guys always make my projects so much better. But I love that you can kind of cross and add and coordinate different stamp sets together. I mean, this is definitely a scenic stamp set, and then you can add all the sentiments and elements to it from different sets. Okay, we got our seashell, so we'll put our die away. And then we've got our sentiment here, which we're going to trim down. I'm just going to trim it straight, and then we can cut down the sides as we see fit here. Okay, so we've got this kind of just straight across here, which I think we'll trim down. So right about here. And I'm just going to trim this off camera. Okay, so then we've got this that we can put across. We can put it down. And then we've got our little seashell. Oh my gosh, look how cute this is. This is like turned into such a cute. What do we think? Middle of the way? Actually, I have more room on this side, so we can do it like that. Bottom. What's the best? Hide any boo-boos. That's where I say this goes. Anywhere there needs to be. What do we think? Like that? Bottom. I think like right about there, I think is good. Let's add some adhesive to this. And then we can put our little seashell. Let me add some Lika Stella to this guy. Cute. Okay. And then we can pop him on. Oh my goodness. Look at that. We just took it up a notch. I love it. I love, love, love it. So there we go. Very different. They both turned out very different, but I love them both. They're so pretty. So pretty. And that would actually even look good on this card. That would look really good on this card. Don't you think? So there you go. Totally different scenes. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how we can make this long scene using this stamp set. Okay, this is a little bit different. Still an awesome and easy card. Okay, so we have our piece of cardstock here, and we've got our sky. We're going to start with the sky, And I'm going to just clean off any ink that we have. Clean that. Clean this. Okay. All right. So the sky I did in yellow. Okay. It's a nice sunny day. Maybe the sun's about to set. It's an evening scene. So I'm just going to ink and stamp. And ink and stamp. Now this is full force, okay? So I actually didn't do it like that. Now that I see it, I stamped off once. So let me find a scrap to, oh, here we go. I just have this. Oh, so stamp off once to make it lighter. Oopsie. Okay, hold on. Stamp off and then stamp it again. Okay. Stamp off and stamp it again. And you're just going to make sure that you fill up any white. Well, actually, I think it looks good this way. And yes, there is a little bit of darkness in the center, but that was the same case here. And guess what? That's where I placed my boat. So you didn't even notice it. Okay. So make sure you stamp off once just to get that lighter, not such a dark, bright yellow sky. Okay. For the clouds, we're going to, or not, sorry, not clouds. For the ocean, we're going to stamp the ocean and pool party again. So the first time I stamped it, I did over here, and then I did upside down. No, I didn't. How did I do this? Oh, I did it again like this. So I did it like that. Okay, so it went all the way across. And then I turned my piece upside down like this and came back over here and kind of added some more. So I just kind of filled the majority of the center in ocean just by turning my stamp around and stamping it overlapping a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to take my Sahara sand and stamp the bottom. So like that. And upside down over here. Okay, and then we're going to do the rocks. So I'm going to stamp my rock here and the double rocks here. Okay, so I've got my rocks there. And then we're going to do the sentiment, or I'm sorry, let's do the grass in early espresso. So we've got the tall grass here in the corner. And we'll take our small grass, put it here in the center there. And okay, so we have a sentiment. Now this is from, and I love this sentiment, hope it's your best day ever. This is from the Let's Set Sail. And I just stamped it in early espresso here in the corner, which I felt was like the perfect place. I also added seagulls from the stamp set. There's some seagulls here. So let's see where the seagulls at. I know I have them on a block somewhere. Seagulls, seagulls. Just gotta find them. What did I do with them? I didn't put them back, did I? Nope. They're out here somewhere. Let's see. What did I do with them? Excuse me. I am looking around for seagulls on my messy, messy desk. I didn't take them off, did I? Did I put them back in here somewhere? The heck did I do? I've got the seagulls, I guess, flew off. They flew off into the sunset. Oh, no, they're right here. Found them. Found them, found them. Okay. The seagulls, I feel like I have to be really careful with because they tend to, I don't know. I made some mistakes with my first card and I was like, oh boy. Put some up here. And we'll put some over here. Okay. So there's my seagulls. Or my birds or whatever. Okay. So there is my scene. So we just created, rather than having that vertical scene, we created a horizontal scene. Okay. So we've extended it by stamping in multiple places. Okay. So now we're going to make our sailboat. And this is the first time I've used the sailboat stamp set. And I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. And what I did first, I'll show you my little hack, which is, I'm not the one that came up with it. And, you know, I'm sure lots of other people think of it, but you can create yourself a little template and you can actually keep this in your stamp case. So you punch it. And grab this and move it out of the way. You can cut this out and put it in your stamp case. And then when you are going to stamp, you can put all of your stamps, line them up inside of the cutouts, the punch outs. And then when you put your block on top, you have it perfectly placed to be able to stamp and punch and not think anything of it and not, you know, try to line it up and is it going to fit and all that. Now you have it perfectly placed. Okay. So we can have fun with this. We can make the sails anything we want. And I did the same exact technique that I did in the sky here with the sails. I just sponged on the color. So this one I used the yellow, the mango melody, and sweet sorbet to make kind of a sunset looking sail. So you can do that with all different colors. We can get really creative. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp the sailboat. Okay. So I'm just going to stamp the whole thing in brown. And I know that this is what goes in the bottom. So I'm just going to keep that sail facing the edge. That's going to make it easiest when I go to punch this out. Okay. So there's the body of the sailboat. Okay. So I don't need my early espresso anymore. I can put that away. So let's play with some more colors. I do like the orange and the yellow and the red, but let's try red and blue. Let's do the Tahitian Tide. Let's do Tahitian Tide and Sweet Sorbet and let's see, and Daffodil Delight. Let's do these three fun colors for our sailboat. Okay. So we're going to take our yellow. We're going to always start with your lighter color and we're going to ink the whole thing up. Okay. In yellow. Then we're going to take I'm going to do red sponge dauber and do my sweet sorbet. I'm going to do that across the center. So across the center. Okay. And then we're going to do blue at the top. So I need to get a different sponge dauber, a blue sponge dauber. We're going to do the Tahitian Tide at the top. Okay, and now the bottom of this one is the top, right? They're just flipped around, so. Okay, so there's our three colors. Let's see how it looks. I'm going to huff on it to reactivate the ink, and I'm going to stamp it over here, and we'll see what our little project. Ooh, look at those fun colors. So you can have fun and play and make different colors of your sails by using that sponge dauber technique. Oh, setting up a new iPad. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Setting up new technology of anything is like a pain in the butt. I hope it goes well for you. Okay, so we punch here. So there. So that punches out our body of the sailboat. We flip it around and we punch out. And see, we only care about the sails. We really don't care that the body of the sailboat doesn't match up perfectly because all we care about is the sails. Fortunately, those do match up perfectly. Look at that. So beautiful. I love the colors. So that was, again, Tahitian Tide, Sweet Sorbet, and Daffodil Delight for those 3 colors. All right, so we're going to glue these onto our sunset here. Not sunset, but our image here. Our beach, our ocean. I love these colors. This is, to me, just screams ocean right here. So we've got our sailboat body, and let's do the sails. How many of you own the sailboat set? Thumbs up if you own the sailboat set, or comment and say you own it. This is, again, the first time I am using the sailboat, and I will tell you the only reason I got the sailboat is because my parents own a sailboat. Currently, it is sitting in their backyard, not being used. It hasn't been in the water for years, but they own a big old sailboat. That was one of the things when I was a teenager, they were really into sailing. So there we go. Look at that. I love the colorful sailboat. I just can't get enough. So you're like me, Becky. You're like me. Don't feel bad. It's never too late to get out that sailboat and make some pretty beach-themed cards. I think these make really good masculine, too. Masculine cards. I mean, I would love a sailboat. It doesn't have to be masculine, but I'm also going to add some Wink Stella into the ocean, just around the boat. I love Wink Stella for that. It's just so subtle and pretty. You could even make the sailboat sparkly. It's your cards. You can make it anything you want. All right. I used for the card base Sahara sand. So I'm going to... I put Early Espresso on the background, and then I'm going to put this here. Look at me doing no ribbon. I'm not doing any ribbon this time. Love that. Now let's try something a little different. So you know how we did the 3 colors on the sailboat? Let's do the 3 colors on the stamp set. So this, I'm going to make this a happy birthday card. I'm using Wishing You the Happiest of Birthdays, which is from this Charming Sentiments stamp set, Wishing You the Happiest of Birthdays. And let's make it the tricolors. So first things first, right? Stamp it in the lightest color, and twine can be very much masculine. You're right. So we've got our Daffodil Delight on there. All right, let's do our Sweet Sorbet. So we're going to make this tricolored. We'll put that in the middle. Sweet Sorbet right in the middle. And then Tahitian Tide for the tail end of it. Okay, huff it. And if we don't like how it turns out, we can flip it over and use the other side. That's the beauty of not laying it down first, or not gluing it down. Oh, I love it. I love it. Look how cool that is. Now it matches our sail, and we can add a little bit of our grass here on top, like that. And we have the inside of our card done. We can glue that down. You know me in color. I love color. So anywhere that I can add just a fun little pop of color, I'm going to do it. Okay. So there you go for the center on the inside. Bam. So this one, if you want to keep the colors toned down a little bit, you can just do it in early espresso. But if you want to make that pop, you can do a fun little pop there. I just love those fun coloring techniques. All right, you guys, that is it for today. I know I sped through that. I was so fast. But let's show what we came up with here. Let's see them all together. I love seeing them all together. All of our little creations. Look at that. That makes me want to just get in the car and drive right over to the ocean and enjoy a day on the beach. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit that share button so I can put you in the drawing for a prize next week. And thank you so much for joining me. Have a happy week and happy crafting. Bye, everybody.